Hi YouTube, it's Justine. I'm oh I'm excited. So I did a video, got 11 minutes into it, messed up, said a brand, and so I had to stop. Um I am your I'm not going to say every day. I am your one in how many people are we on this earth? That many people tarot reader. I do spirituality. I make chakra sand bottles. I make artwork, which is right there. Um, I am about to make candles thanks to my dad. I'm a mom. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a second mom to my boyfriend's kids. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. I'm an empath. I am a clear sentience, clear. I can feel things through my hands. I can feel things with my eyes, and I can feel things with my spirit. So, and like I can literally like let my spirit go somewhere and it can feel things and bring it back and let me know what's going on in there. And so, I'm like quickly evolving in this spiritual thing due to the fact that I've been learning how to manifest what it is that I've been seeing for so long. I've always seen my house that I've always wanted. And even when I was younger, I never wanted to be in the city. I didn't know it was the country that I was looking at, but I had a lot of grass and I had this pretty house and it had enough bedrooms for me and the people I loved. And I couldn't see the people then, but I can definitely see them now. And that's starting to come true. And it comes true because I'm living the life that I say I'm living. I'm not boasting about what I have. I'm not hiding what I'm doing. I'm not being fake with people. I'm not like, I'm just not. I'm just being Justine. I'm just being the me that I've always wanted to be, just free to understand who I am and what I am and my purpose. Because like I never felt like I should work a 9 to 5. And I'm not gonna say should, because I have. I've worked jobs, I've been in the military. Not a so great thing. I love my country, but I wasn't in my best mentality back then. I was 20. It was not a great experience, and I do not like to talk about it much at all. I don't. I hate it. My oldest son brings it up. But that's not why I'm here. I am here to help. I don't know who it is that I'm supposed to be helping, but hopefully if someone leaves a comment or messages me on Facebook, my name is Justine Gaukler, or you can find me at The Traveling Spiritualist on Facebook and message me, and I will gladly help who I can. I do tarot through video chat. I do tarot through Skype, and however I can get to the person. If the person is local, we meet up in a local place. If I know them personally, they come to my house, I go to their house, and we handle the business of making ourselves better. Because no matter what type of spread it is, it could be a relationship spread, a financial spread, a spiritual spread, a mental spread, something about your kids, something about one of your friends, something about a dog. It could be about death. It could be about ancestors. It could be about anything. So long as you're willing to grow, I can help. So long as you're willing to put in the work that you need to make yourself a better person, I can help. And with that, I am making myself a better person, because I sometimes am my own worst enemy. I will speak bad into it because I don't believe in myself. And that has been my biggest challenge this year. I started doing chakra work, and that's where a lot of my visions have manifested, is because I have done chakra work. I work even in my spreads. I create a bunch of spreads. I have books on spreads and stuff like that. I love making spreads. They're fun. But doing that, I've learned to understand how much I'm worth, the fact that I am enough for whatever it is that I'm doing, and the fact that I will be successful in whatever it is I'm doing. Now, it's taken some months for me to get the actual go from theory to concept to action, because I'm hard-headed, and hard-heads make a soft ass. And I'm so sorry that I said it makes a soft ass. I cursed. So there you go. If you don't like cursing and me talking about God at the same time, I'm so sorry, and I would hate to lose people as followers. But I curse and I talk about God. That's between me and him, and he understands that I need to curse sometimes to get the actual word or feeling that I'm trying to give out. Because sometimes there's nothing to replace the word fuck. There's nothing to replace the word damn shit. I mean, I could, no. Some, there's just not. So, the reading. The reading is Check It Off, Manifesting Your Dreams by Releasing Your Fears. And it's a 6-card spread. Sorry. And the spread, my mouth is dry. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting water. It has no label. It's just water. I don't know all the YouTube rules about products and brands, but I will learn them, and I will try not to break them. And if I do, please let me know so that I can correct them, YouTube. Thank you. Okay, so check it off. Manifesting your dreams. So this little box right here is Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. He is an awesome guy that I met on Facebook through a mutual friend, and he created this deck, and something said message him. I think she shared, the lady shared a picture of his deck, and I was fascinated by the shadow work. If you can look at it, you can see the shadow work, and it's so simple, yet I felt every part of it. So I friended him, and it's just been one eye-opener after another. I feel like this deck was made for me. I tell him that all the time. I do. So Steven, if you're watching this, I swear it was made for me, right? Like, I swear I could be like the best Vanna White girl with his deck. I really, like, it speaks to the dark side of me, and I was so afraid to open up that side of me that it took his deck for me to see that the only thing I feared was myself. The only thing I feared was acknowledging that dark part of me, because I didn't want to see my own toxicity. I didn't want to see the bad things I was doing in relationships, not just with my guy, but my dad, my sisters, my kids. Like, the people I was hurting by the continued negative behavior. Not that I'm better than somebody, but I have a tendency to call people out when they're wrong, and that annoys a lot of people, because I have a lot of trivia in my head, so I know a little bit about a lot of things, and it drives people nuts. So I've been learning how to manifest my dreams and doing different things. I got back into meditating. I stopped for a little while because I'm a doofus. And I am, like, I start doing good, and it's like, okay, fall back, you got other things to do, you don't have to meditate, your chakras are good. And it's like, dude, you know damn well the only reason your chakras are good is because you're meditating. Well, if you stop meditating, guess what's got to stop being good? Your chakras. And it happens every single time. So this time was like a doozy. I really have to discipline myself, and that's one of my new goals. I added it on top of the list that I have growing, but I had to implement it in order for me to accomplish what I want to accomplish, and in order for me to succeed as I want to succeed, because it's not just about me. It's about the people I'm helping. And the longer that I procrastinate, the longer that I sit here and not put the things that are in theory into action, I'm not doing anything. I'm not benefiting myself. I'm not growing. So I have to discipline myself and start routines that help me become the me I want to see. You know, the me I want to give the world. because I love giving my energy to people. Like, I don't like hugging. Okay, I like hugging people I like, but I don't like hugging in general, right? So, with that being said, that's why I do it through video chat, and like I do live videos, and I, on Facebook I go live. Once I get some followers on YouTube, I'm gonna go live, people. And look, my birthday, 10/26/27, boom. Okay, so check it off. It's a 6-card spread. It's about manifesting your dreams by releasing your fears. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, since it popped out. Ooh, 4, 5 popped out. Nice. There's a message for someone today. Okay, so couple of things about how I do spreads. I always shuffle, but I do not cut. I always pick how I feel the cards are coming out. Sometimes they come out in 2s like they did. Sometimes they fall. I always read them however they come out. I give my interpretation of the card, and then I read the book. I am a person who sees things through words. My emotions are always tied in the words that I see. It's not so much of, oh, I can hear, like watch a movie and that evokes emotion. Not really. My emotions are evoked with the written word, which is why I have over 400 books in my house, probably. Maybe not that many. I'm trying to get rid of like 2 huge boxes right now. But I read, and reading allows me to feel, and I feel so deeply about like actual words that I have to read this in order for me to understand completely what the message I'm conveying is, because I don't remember things. So I've been doing tarot for a year and change. Almost 2 come November. It'll be 2 years. And I've been doing it that long. And so you should know the cards. You should, like, I know them to see them. I know what they are. I can give you what they mean. But reading the card, even if I do one reading now and then I read the same card later, I will read the book. I have to read the book. It helps me. It helps my client. It helps me understand where we're supposed to be going, because not every card, like every time that card comes up, it does not mean the same thing. They come up in reverse, they come up straight, they come up in a love reading, they come up in a financial reading, and it all means different things. So I try to project each thing with each client. I don't make it a broad thing unless I'm doing a general reading. Into the actual cards. If you have never heard of tarot cards, you have your major arcana, you have your minor arcana. Your major arcana, in my opinion, is pure fate. It tells you what is, what will be. That's God speaking to you. Minor arcana is the free will God gives us to make the choices we make daily. Sometimes he takes those choices away if we're either done with that lesson or we're not learning that lesson, so we're going to have to go back a couple of steps. And then free will is you can choose to do this or you can choose to do that. And so, but the choice is yours. Not saying it's right or wrong, it's just you have to choose. And so this is a 6-card spread. The first card is your primary issue, and when I mean primary issue, this is what you're facing at the moment, and it's the 5 of Cups. If you can see, if you can see the card, it's just a man sitting with 5 cups strewn about him on Zoe Bridge. He looks sad, he looks lost, he looks stuck. And that means that the issue is a stuck man or a stuck person with masculine energy. Because a lot of women nowadays, no offense, have masculine energy. We have to have that because we need to assert dominance at points in our lives, especially a lot of the women I know, single moms. You have to, so it's just, it could be a female with masculine energy, or it could be a guy. Five of Cups. You will meet with me when you experience emotional loss and are finding it difficult to move forward. Bitterness, self-pity, and regret are my worst enemies. Even though a town beckons on the other side of the bridge, this man appears to be lost in his thoughts and his emotions. Two cups stand behind him, but he chooses to focus on the three split ones instead. The Five of Cups concerns loss, grief, and disappointment. While it may not predict future losses, it can describe the way in which we deal with current ones. There's always a reason to look to the future. It just takes a shift of perspective. The key words are sadness, emotional loss, depression, and grief. Just because bad things happen doesn't mean that good things won't happen. Just because you're suffering a loss today doesn't mean you'll be suffering a loss tomorrow. So understand that going through things means you have to just get through this. It may not, I want to get through it. Like, it took 7 months for me to understand that I had to get through that surgery. I had to go through that process to find out who I was. Don't think that because you're at a loss, this is it. You know, I'm never going to be okay again, because you speak that into existence when you continually do it. Right now, you have free will. You can say, no, I am not going to let my current circumstances dictate what will happen to me. I am going to use this as a catalyst to drive me forward to change. Because if you don't change, you're going to be stuck in the same cycles again. So understand that loss is a part of life. You will lose. You will lose people. You will lose things. You will lose time. You will lose money. You will lose friends. You will lose family. Like, you will lose it all. I've lost that. Like, I've been homeless with children. I've been homeless with 3 children. So you can lose it all and then learn how to love yourself. Learn how to love those around you. And you can gain it back tenfold by believing in God, by believing in yourself, by believing that you have more of a purpose than just to merely exist. We are all here for a reason. Like, some of us are supposed to work the jobs we're working because that's where we help most. Some of us are still lost because we haven't even begun to look at the person that we are inside. And that was me 2 years ago. I didn't want to see the manipulation. I didn't want to see the toxicity. I didn't want to see the girl who refused to acknowledge that, yes, the fucking past happened, but it doesn't make you who you are. So it's just like, because I didn't want to do that, I wasn't experiencing the full abundance that life could give until now. And so if you change the fact that you are lost at this moment to, I know there's a way that's better. I know that I can do things differently and it'll be better. Your life can change. It takes work. It's not, I'm not saying it to like, oh, it happens overnight. Like, no. I've been waiting 5 years to get a divorce. 5. And it's like, it's happening. It's scary, and I'm excited, and I'm blessed, and I'm at a point where you can let go of the things that have held you back so that God can open the door to the things that are drawing you forward. Okay, second card is your fear. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups in reverse. So, queens are moms, in my opinion. When I look at a queen, I see a mom. I see the Queen of Cups is emotional. So, I see the nurturer. I see the person who, in this case, lacks compassion. Or they think they lack compassion because they don't show compassion in a way that other people thinks that it should be shown. We as people feel and show our emotions so differently that if we do not take the time to learn the people that we are around and the way that we handle their emotions, as opposed to people wanting, like me, I can't, that's the only way I can do like an example is me. I like control, and I, for a long time, didn't think I was compassionate. So, like, I would let people be like, oh, you're robotic. Oh, you don't know how to show love. Da-da-da-da-da. I would let that get to me, and I would let it get me down until I understood that it's not that I don't know how to show compassion. I don't show it in a lovey-dovey way. I don't show it in the ahs and stuff like that. I show it in the, I'm going to make your life better. So see, I care, right? And it's terrible. I am terrible. That didn't even sound great. But that's the only explanation I can give, is that for so long I let what people say, that, oh, you're robotic, and oh, it's mechanical the way you feel. Because I can let go of friends, I can let go of family, I can let go of guys. The only thing is I'm not letting go is my 3 kids. Like, that's it. I'm raising my kids to be the best adults ever through meditation, spirituality, and hard work. But everything else is not expendable. But I'm not gonna let my value be determined by what someone else thinks, and I'm not gonna let them diminish my light anymore, because I've let enough people do that. So it's like, okay, you're in a space where you know yourself. You know that you're compassionate. You know that you care about every person that enters your life. You know that you do your best to make everyone happy. So do not feed into that shit. And that's what I see in this. Not for me, but for someone else. They're not seeing the fact that you just do it differently. So whoever you are, be different. But understand that you are not the next person. You're not your mom with the way she gives compassion. You're not your grandma with the way, your aunties, your cousins, your nieces. You're not them. You are you, and it is okay. I got goosebumps. So it's okay for you to be you and understand that your way works. It's not wrong, it's just different. And if they take the time, and you need to assert that, ask them to take the time to nurture and learn you so that they can learn the ways that you are compassionate. You've learned them. You've taken the time to study them, to learn their habits, to do the things you need to do to harness those relationships, and they haven't done the same to you, and it's a disservice. So whoever you are, I'm so sorry that they did this to you. Okay, let me read your card though, because it's an emotional card. I love queens. Queens are my faves. Okay. Queen of Cups. I am the one you seek if you want a sympathetic ear. I will listen to your problems and try my best to help where I can. I am at best when I connect through my soul, but some may find me a little too airy-fairy and believe I need to come back down to earth. A woman holds her cup with both hands, ready to take a sip. Both she and the water are aroused by the full moon behind her. We just had an awesome full moon. The Queen of Cups is compassionate to the end. She will listen to your worries, happy to put her own needs on the back burner. This lady is often intuitive and spiritual, using her heart to guide her forward. She relies on her instincts first and foremost. The key words are friendly, compassionate, intuitive, and spiritual. I love when my goosebumps melt into me. You are enough. You are enough. Whoever you are enough. Do not let anyone tell you that you're not. Please. It is important for you to understand that self-doubt only leads to a blockage in your blessings. And so, with that in mind, card number 3 is manifestation. This is what you need to manifest going forward. The Ten of Cups. Whoever you are, like, can you please with the emotions over here? Like, all three of these, 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 10 of Cups. Did you see the 10 of Cups? It's a cute card. It's a card of love. Love will bring us together. Oh, I randomly sing. I don't own the rights to any of this music in my head, but it's my head, and I randomly sing through my readings. So YouTube, if I'm against policy, please let me know. And I hope I don't say any brands, but again, if I'm against policy, please let me know. I don't own the damn brands. I'm just a human trying to get through this reading, and sometimes food or clothes or something will pop up in my head, and it means something. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, so the 10 of Cups. I'm all about emotional security. You'll find me popping up in your readings to describe strong and steadfast relationships. My love is committed and unconditional. A couple stands in a field. They watch the sun go down as their dogs frolic in the grass, the long grass. The 10 of Cups brings about contentment. For many, it will symbolize a happy ending, but it is just as likely to concern I hate doing this, the maturation of unconditional bonds. Keywords: happiness, contentment, mature relationships, unconditional love. So, the fact that I said I hate doing this, okay, there are words that I used to have a really bad lisp, and like I stuttered a lot. And so when I have to say certain words, it's hard for me to get my tongue and the teeth and the lips all in sync. Even now, 34, all in sync to say the words. And maturation, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. And the maturation, that's one of them. Okay, so to me, like, my heart exploded as I was reading that. It didn't explode, obviously. Like, I'm dramatic. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Ugh. Anyway, no, I'm not sorry. This is me. Like, I'm gonna do this all the time. So my heart exploded as I was reading the card, but I looked down and I saw the sun and then the 10 cups, like, right up here. And it's like a burst of light. So whatever you're supposed to manifest, the manifestation will come to you as a burst of light. Manifest that love, manifest that commitment, that content feeling that you have, that you know you're on the right path. But to do that, you have to love, and you have to deal with a whole lot of emotion. 3 of your cards, the first 3 are emotional cards, and a lot of our fears are based from our emotions, how we deal with things, how we cope with things, how we get through them. So if you feel like this is you, please don't hesitate to message me. I love helping people. I really do. And so the 4th card, how to release the fears that you have. 6 of Swords, upside down. So the fact that it's upside down, to me, now the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. It means that in order to let you go, because I'm looking at it, it's upside down, like right like that. And so it's about to loop. So to me, your morning is about to come back around. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going, this is nighttime, basically. And so in order for you to manifest what you need, you have to, like, I'm sorry, I'm staring at it because the sun kind of looks like the 10. So I kind of think that, like, if you don't do this, you won't get this. You see how the suns look alike? And I keep seeing this sun. So basically what you have to do is you have to let go of the fears that you're right now. You're manifesting your fears. You're sitting here saying that you can't do it and it's too much, and it's really not. You just have to break it down into step-by-step actions so that you can see that you are making progress. I am one of those people that I see everything, so I'm doing everything. I had to break down my entire day, and I'm still scatterbrained, but it's getting better, and that's all you can do. All you can do is get better day by day, not do the same things you were doing before, because that's what keeps you stuck. So if you stop trying to make everything seem like it's important right now, and set the priorities as into immediate, intermediate, not so important, not important at all. Like, there are things that you can actually let go of and stop doing, because that is not going to get you to where you need to be. But it takes letting go of those fears that you are not going to make it, that you are not going to get that job, that you're not going to be enough for that person, or you're not going to be enough for this thing, and you are. Once you let go of those fears of I'm not, what you are shines through. You guys, I don't know. I feel great when I do this. I'm sorry. This is how you resolve your issue. So your fears is your compassion. How to release that? Just be who you are in the compassion department. There's no written rule on how to fucking be compassionate. There's not. And you can't live your life by someone else's book. Okay, so your issue is loss. Your fear is compassion. Your issue is loss. You need to come to terms with how to get over losing someone. How to get over being okay without them being a presence in your life. And the only way to do that is to become your own friend. Is to understand how to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And so card number 5 is the Two of Swords in reverse. Now, if you look at the Two of Swords straight up, I love this card. Because my thing is, he's going to fight whatever comes his way blindfolds and up. And he is not afraid. The fear will stop you. Have confidence in who you are, because even on the darkest of nights, God sees your light. He sees your light. That's why you're going another day, so that you can give that light to someone else. But sometimes, in order for you to give that light to someone else, you have to be that light for you. You have to understand that it's your light that drives your life. It's not somebody else's light. It's yours. The people around you, they get what they need, but they have their own light. Just like they give you parts of their life, you give them part of yours. But it's your light. You allow people to diminish it. You allow people to burn it out, and then you blame them. You can't. You aren't the victim. You're actually the one that's doing it, because they would not do it if you would not allow it. They would respect you enough to reciprocate. They will respect you enough to give you more sometimes, so your light does not dim, so you can go that extra mile. And that's not how it is, and you need to understand that sometimes that's not how it's going to be, and you have to cut those people out of your circle, because if you do not, they will continue to drain your light, and then you'll go dead. And you don't want to be emotionally dead. You don't want to be mentally dead. You don't want to be spiritually dead. I mean, we all know that everybody dies, but you don't want to be physically dead either. Not right now. I got kids to raise. So do what you got to do, and you'll be all right. Two of Swords. When you are unsure, you will meet with me. I present difficult choices. While I am with you, it would make good sense to use your head rather than your heart. All of those emotion cards. That's why it's in reverse. A blindfolded man stands on a cliff with a large sword in either hand. Unable to see, he can hear the water rushing around the rocks beneath him. The Two of Swords concerns conflict. Usually this is an inner conflict. The Two of Swords symbolizes different thoughts, each as seemingly worthy as the other. Up until now, you have chosen neither. This card suggests that we make a logical choice rather than a heartfelt one. And through loss, we have to understand that there's always a choice to be made. We can continue to live in the pain, or we can grow from the pain that the loss has caused. And the more we learn to grow from the pain, the less the pain actually hurts, and it becomes more of an understanding and a lesson, and you grow easier, because God doesn't want you to have to keep going through the same things. He loves giving us tests, and he loves watching us pass them. But if we're not listening to him, we won't pass them. It doesn't matter how much we bang our head against the wall, the answer's still not going to come until we pay attention to what God's trying to tell us. And the more we do that, the more we get out of life. You can continue to create your abundances by paying attention to the signs that God gives you, so that you know you're on the right path, so that you know when you're messing up, so you know when you need to stop, pause, evaluate, take a step back, then come back at it full tilt. You know what I mean? We have to learn to take each step as it is in order to get to the end. Everything has a checklist, and everything should have a checklist. I love checklists. I really do. But in order for you to resolve any of those issues, you have to check it off. You have to make sure that you're double checking yourself, because we do throw a monkey wrench in our own plans by not growing in certain ways. And until we let go of those old fears and patterns and behaviors and learn how to be open-minded and accepting and loving and caring and compassionate and just all of it at once without restriction, we're still going to be stuck in the same cycle. Me too. It's not like I'm saying that this is just a person. No, I live what I speak. If I don't change, my life will not change. And my family's too big for my life not to change. Sorry, we have 5 kids, 2 dogs, and we need a house. We just got a car, but we need a house. Like, they need room. I need room to establish my business. I need room to not go crazy, because as you can see, I'm in my bed. And even when I move into a house, I'm letting y'all know I'm going to be sitting in the bed. The bed's going to be in my office. We're going to get a new bed, because this is my zen. I love sitting on the bed. I love the energy that this particular bed, I've had this bed for years, and this is my baby. I love it. And it's not just to sleep on. It's to connect. Like, I would love to just have this on the floor with a bunch of pillows around it, and like people here, and we sit and we energize, and it's just an amazing thing to sit on. I'm sorry, I can't. It really is. All right, so the last card is God's plan, because like Drake said, it's all in God's plan. And yes, I do love Drake. Sorry, I don't know if that's a brand thing. Whatever, he's a rapper. I love him. He's an October baby, but he's also a Scorpio. He's amazing. All right, so the last card is God's plan. And God's plan is the Fool. Now, sometimes if you can look at the Fool, he's standing at the edge of a cliff, crazy man. And his animal's looking at him like he's even crazier than that. So sometimes it does not pay to stand at the edge of a cliff, because you can tumble right the fuck off. Sit still. If you sit still and you allow the things that God needs to happen, they will happen. If you do not trust that God is going to make it work, it's not going to work, because you have enough free will in your life that you should not keep making the same choices. You should not keep the same toxicity around you, and you just don't want to see it. I don't know if it's you don't want to be alone, or it's because you can't, because of like family situations, housing, I don't know. But if you don't change the cycle will change you, and not for the better. So let me read what the Fool says. I am the one without fear. Unafraid of taking a leap of faith, some call me naive, since planning isn't part of my makeup, but others find my approach to life refreshing, since they enjoy my unpredictability. With pure heart and open mind, a figure steps out from the cliff's edge. He is excited about this new chapter of life and wants the world to share his enthusiasm. A dog watches from a safe distance. He is excited too, but errs on the side of caution. The fool brings new and vibrant possibilities to a reading. You will feel unbound by your past and ready to take an exciting step into a new hobby, job, or partnership. Now is the time for you to try something you previously thought impossible, but remember that there's a fine line between chance and foolish risk. Keywords: new beginnings, spontaneity, childlike wonder, seize the moment. I will say, please sit on your hands and learn to plan. At least the next 3 weeks. August 15th, Mercury retrograde ends, and that's when things are going to go back in direct, which means that you can communicate effectively, which means that the things that you're doing now will come to fruition. Like if you would have started it before the retrograde, so let me say this, if you started it before the retrograde, then it's okay to continue. But if you're just starting to execute a plan right now, don't do it. Plan. Continue to plan for the next couple of weeks, because right now communication is spotty and iffy and stuff. And so, yeah, it's not the best time for plans. Right now is the time to contemplate those plans and revise them as needed. Adjust them accordingly. And make sure that every T is crossed, every I is dotted, so that when you come out of this retrograde, you are not coming out more fucked up than when you went in, because that is not what we need going into the fall, when we are about to harvest all the fruits of our labors. Look, oh, I got goosebumps. Let me tell y'all, this has been a very, 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 very long time coming. You need to understand that God has a plan for us, and if we just follow the steps that we see, and we know we see them, we know, like, damn, all right, God, I see you. That's what you need to be following. If you're not following that, then I don't come to me for a reading and I'll tell you how to follow it. I don't know what to tell you. I can help you focus. I can help you get clarity. I can't give you all the answers to life, though. I can't make you do it. I can help you. We can walk on your journey together for as long as we need to. And I am definitely willing to help with that. But I can't do it for you. And I will not put more into somebody's spiritual journey than they are willing to put in themselves. Why? Because I have my own spiritual journey, and it is not fair to me, to my family, to the other people that I need to help, that one person expects all of me. Please understand that I am here to help. I am here to guide. I am here to empower. But I am still one person. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I hope you share this. I hope you comment. I hope you like it. I hope that, like, somebody gets something from this, because I feel the vibe. So have a good night, people, and I'll be back hopefully next week with another spread, if not earlier, because now I know how to do the videos. So yay. All right, have a good night. Bye.